Every morning, before the world overwhelms you with noise, ask yourself, what power do I truly hold today? Am I a victim of chance, or am I the architect of my mind? Life often feels like a battlefield, messages, deadlines, disappointments colliding against us like crashing waves. But here, in this moment, before the rush, you have a choice. Anxiety, stress, and doubt seep into our mornings before we even step outside. We scroll through endless news, worry about unfinished work, replay conversations in our heads. Our minds, instead of being fortresses, become open gates where chaos freely enters. You feel the storm rising inside before the day has even begun. The Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, faced wars, exile, and betrayal, yet they built minds unshaken by chaos. Their secret? They began each day not with fear, but with clarity. This video is your morning armor, a guide to awaken the Stoic within you, to stand calm while the world trembles. By the end of this video, you will hold 7 Stoic principles, 7 anchors to steady your mind every morning. You will learn how to transform anxiety into focus, doubt into strength, and chaos into clarity. Every day, you will rise not as a victim of life's storms, but as its master. Principle number 1, Memento Mori. Every dawn is a reminder that one day will be your last. The Stoics called this Memento Mori. Remember that you will die, not to frighten you, but to wake you up. When you remember your time is limited, the trivial fades away and the essential shines brighter. Life sharpens when you know it will not last forever. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." These words are not dark. They are liberating. They remind us to waste no moment in anger, fear, or regret. Death is the ultimate teacher of urgency and gratitude. Seneca once wrote letters to a friend, reminding him that we are dying daily. Each passing hour is not something we own, but something borrowed. And yet, instead of despair, Seneca found joy. Because knowing the fragility of time, he savored every conversation, every sunrise, every page of wisdom. For the Stoics, death did not steal meaning. It gave it to in your own life. How often do you delay what matters? Telling someone you love them, pursuing a dream, forgiving an old wound. We act as if time is infinite, yet each day is a coin that can never be reclaimed once spent. To live with Memento Mori is to choose with clarity, to spend time on what nourishes the soul, not what drains it. Memento Mori is not a call to fear, it is a call to courage. When you remember death, you stop hesitating. You speak truth. You chase what matters. You release the petty burdens of gossip and envy. Each morning, whisper, "I will not live forever, but I will live fully today." That is the freedom of the Stoic. Principle number 2, Amor Fati, love your fate. Life will not always unfold as you wish. Storms will come, losses will sting, and unexpected turns will shake your plans. The Stoic path is not to merely endure fate, but to embrace it. Amor Fati means love of fate, to love even the difficulties, not just the triumphs. For the Stoic, everything that happens is part of the path meant to shape your soul. Nietzsche, echoing Stoic wisdom, wrote, "Not merely bear what is necessary, still less conceal it, but love it." The Stoics teach us that joy is not in wishing for another world, but in saying yes to this one. When you embrace fate, life stops being an enemy and becomes a teacher. Think of Epictetus, once a slave, later a philosopher whose words shaped empires. He did not curse his chains, nor waste life in resentment. Instead, he turned suffering into strength, his fate into wisdom. He loved the role assigned to him, and in doing so, transformed what seemed like tragedy into timeless guidance for humanity. That in your own life, setbacks will come. A lost job, a broken relationship, an illness, a betrayal. The instinct is to resist, to say, "Why me?" But the Stoic whispers, "Why not me?" Each challenge is not punishment, but training. To live Amor Fati is to take every obstacle as a tool sharpening your character. to love not only the sunshine, but also the storm. Amor Fati means looking at your life, its highs and lows, its gifts and scars, and saying, yes, this too I love. Each morning, instead of wishing for an easier path, bless the one you are on. For every twist of fate has carved the person you are becoming. To embrace fate with love is to walk unbroken, radiant, and free. Principle number 3, view from above, cosmic perspective. When life feels overwhelming, the Stoics offered a practice. Rise above. Imagine yourself soaring beyond your city, your country, even beyond Earth itself. Problems that seemed insurmountable shrink when seen from the stars. This is the view from above, a reminder that you are a small part of a vast cosmos. And with that comes both humility and peace. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them." For the Stoic, the universe was not chaos, but harmony. To look at the stars was to remember, your worries are temporary, but virtue is eternal. Imagine a Roman soldier, troubled by debts and disputes, walking alone under the night sky. As he lifts his gaze, he sees thousands of stars stretched across infinity. In that moment, his burdens shrink. He realizes his life is but a heartbeat in eternity. The Stoics taught this vision not to make us feel small, but to free us from the tyranny of trivial concerns. Today, when you feel trapped by emails, arguments, or failures, try this exercise. Close your eyes and imagine yourself rising higher and higher, until the earth itself is a glowing blue sphere. Ask, will this problem matter in a day, a year, a lifetime? Most vanish into nothingness. From above, only what is timeless remains. Kindness, courage, justice, wisdom. The view from above is not escape. It is perspective. It reminds you, you are small, yes, but part of something magnificent. Each morning, lift your eyes to the vastness and whisper, I am a citizen of the cosmos. With that truth, fear shrinks and strength rises. Principle number 4, discipline of desire. Master what you long for. Desire is the fire that can warm you or consume you. The Stoics taught that freedom begins not in satisfying every craving, but in disciplining what you long for. To want less is to suffer less. To want wisely is to live freely. Each morning, ask, do my desires serve me or enslave me? Epictetus declared, freedom is secured not by the fulfilling of men's desires, but by the removal of desire. To hunger endlessly is to chain yourself to things beyond your control. To align desire with virtue is to taste unshakable peace. Zeno, founder of Stoicism, once lost everything in a shipwreck. His wealth sank to the bottom of the sea. And yet he said, now I have made a good voyage, for I have been shipwrecked into philosophy. Losing what he desired freed him to seek wisdom, the only treasure no wave could sink that I in modern life. Desire is everywhere, for status, for wealth, for approval. But many of these lie beyond your grasp. To live with Stoic discipline is not to kill desire, but to train it. Desire health, not indulgence. Desire wisdom, not distraction. Desire character, not applause. Each morning, realign your longings with what is truly within your reach. To master desire is not to live empty, but to live full, with clarity. When you are no longer pulled by every craving, you stand firm, calm, and free. Whisper to yourself each morning, I will not desire chains. I will desire freedom. And your day becomes your own. Principle number 5, turning obstacles into opportunity. Obstacles are not interruptions to life. They are life. The Stoics remind us, every barrier is a chance to grow. When you encounter resistance, do not ask, why me? Ask instead, how can this serve me? This shift transforms pain into possibility, failure into fuel. Marcus Aurelius wrote, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This is not mere optimism. It is a strategy. The obstacle is not the end. It is the beginning of something greater. Consider a soldier whose army is blocked by mountains. Instead of retreating, they carve a road through stone and that road becomes a new trade route for generations. Obstacles, when faced with courage, become gifts to humanity. So too did Stoics like Epictetus, who turned slavery into philosophy and hardship into timeless strength that I in your own life. Obstacles appear as layoffs, rejections, illnesses, or betrayals. But each one hides an invitation to learn resilience, to practice patience, to deepen gratitude. What if the setback was not against you, but for you? To think as a Stoic is to see every no as a redirection, every closed door as the opening of another. Each morning, whisper, "This obstacle is my path." With this truth, fear fades and strength rises. The mountain before you is not a curse, but a call. Climb it, and you will not only reach higher ground, you will become stronger, clearer, freer. For the Stoic, the obstacle is not the enemy. It is the way. Principle number 6, mastery of emotion. Rule your mind, or it will rule you. Emotions are powerful: anger, fear, envy, grief. Left unchecked, they can shake the strongest mind. But for the Stoic, emotion is not an enemy, it is a signal. Mastery does not mean feeling nothing. It means choosing your response. To rule your emotions is to prevent them from ruling you. Seneca wrote, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality." Fear is a story the mind tells, anger a fire it fuels. Wisdom is to pause, to see the story, and to rewrite it with reason. Imagine Cato standing in the Roman Senate as voices raged against him. He did not shout back, nor surrender. He remained steady, his silence louder than their anger. History remembers not the noise of his enemies, but the strength of his composure. The Stoics understood, calm is not weakness. It is unshakable power. I in your life. Emotions may ambush you. A cruel comment, a betrayal, a fear about tomorrow. The instinct is to react, strike back, withdraw, despair. But the Stoic practice is to pause. Breathe. Ask, is this within my control? If yes, act with reason. If no, release it. Each pause is a victory. Each calm response, a fortress built. Each morning, remind yourself, my mind is mine. My emotions serve me. This is not denial of feeling, but mastery of it. To feel without being enslaved, to endure without breaking, to love without fear. That is the art of the Stoic. Rule your mind, and you rule your world. Principle number 7, living in harmony with nature and reason. The Stoics believe that the highest good is to live in harmony with nature, with reason, with the greater order of existence. To fight against the flow of life is to drown. To align with it is to sail freely. Each morning, remind yourself, you are part of a vast order, and your duty is to live according to it with wisdom and virtue. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe." To live by reason is not to abandon feeling, but to shape it into harmony. Virtue is not isolation, it is alignment. Your inner world matching the outer order. Imagine the Stoics in Rome, walking through noisy markets, political debates, and restless crowds. They did not escape into caves. They lived amidst chaos, yet with calm. They practiced reason in the heart of life. Like trees rooted deeply, they bent with storms but never broke, because they grew with nature, not against it. For us, harmony means living each day with balance. Technology, ambition, competition, they can consume us if left unchecked. But if guided by reason, they can serve. To live harmoniously is to pause before excess, to choose clarity over noise, to align choices with values. Ask each morning, does this decision bring me closer to harmony or further away? Harmony is not perfection, it is direction. It is choosing daily to live with reason, courage, justice, and temperance. When you rise in harmony, you rise unshaken. Each morning, whisper, I am part of the order of things. Today I will live aligned. This is the summit of Stoicism. You have walked through 7 Stoic principles: Memento Mori, Amor Fati, view from above, discipline of desire, turning obstacles into opportunity, mastery of emotion, and living in harmony with nature and reason. These are not abstract ideas. They are tools for your mornings, shields for your storms, anchors for your soul. Remember this: storms will come, chaos will call, but you are not powerless. Each morning, you carry a choice: to drift with fear or to rise with wisdom. The Stoic path is not about escaping life. It is about embracing it with clarity, courage, and calm strength. You are more resilient than you believe. Your task is simple. Tomorrow morning, before the world begins to shout, pause. Recall one Stoic truth. Write it down. Live it that day. One principle practiced is worth more than 1,000 memorized. Step by step, morning by morning, you will forge an unshakable mind. This is your invitation to live as the Stoics lived: calm, clear, and free.